savior and of the victim that weighed us down, that weighed down our energy and our relationship. So, why the release of the savior syndrome is so important? Because the savior syndrome that we all have inherited, especially women, especially highly sensitive people, and especially healers, because the savior syndrome is not generosity and this is not altruism. It's an accumulation of lack of love and insecurity, right? It's actually a need to be loved. It's a need to connect with other people, to be in relationships with other people. But without going to see inside of us what is not resolved, okay? It's unconscious need to save people without saving ourselves first. And how do we do that? Most of the time, we gonna, instead of solving what has to be solved, we go outside and help people, even if they don't ask for help, even if they don't ask us anything, right? So my point and what I've observed over and over is that this situation of saving people instead of saving ourselves actually lead us to rejection and abandonment in our relationships. Okay, so like every week, invite you to be honest with yourself and with your emotion. Okay, so I invite you right now to connect with one of those situations in your life where you want to help someone, but you don't have the courage to help yourself first. Okay. I let you visualize and imagine a situation that you have experienced or that you replay regularly in your life. Okay, because actually the savior syndrome is a repetitive pattern, right? It's a repetitive pattern that's become more and more painful actually if you don't release it. Okay, because the vicious aspect of the savior syndrome is that the more you play the role of the savior, the more you will lock yourself in the position of the victim. Okay, so why that? I'm going to explain to you a little bit about that, because the savior syndrome is actually part of what the psychologists call the dramatic triangle. Okay, the dramatic triangle is a relationship dynamic that we all unconsciously play in our relationships to be loved, to be accepted, to survive actually in society. So this dramatic triangle that I invite you to release, to explore this week in order to get free of it, is actually a psychological game that we unconsciously play because we haven't learned relationships with books. We actually, as we grow up, we learn relationship by copying our parents, the adult, the caregivers, and our parents, they have learned relationship by copying their own parents. Okay, so the dramatic triangle consists actually in playing the role of the victim, the savior, or the persecutor. Actually, we play the three roles over and over. So I'm not going to talk about the persecutor today in this video because I really want to help you release the savior syndrome and the victimhood, because this is what I observe the most in my clients, in myself, in my families, and around me in general, especially women, especially highly sensitive people, and especially healers. Okay, so how to get out of this dramatic triangle of these dramatic relationships and exhausting relationships, actually, professionally or personally. So the first point I want to share with you today, that is very important first to feel this lack of love disguised in this need to help, to save other people. Just try to feel first the lack of love that is at the root of this need to compulsively help and save other people without helping yourself. Okay. This is the first thing I really want to share, is that it's important to feel the fear also sometimes, to this discomfort, this guilt, this shame, to even realize that we have a lack of love. And because we want to be loved, we are this tendency to help, to save other people without saving ourselves and helping ourselves first in priority. Okay, so try to feel where you have repressed this lack of love, this insecurity in your body. You have repressed it and it lives somewhere in your body. Because once you have localized it in your body, then you can express it, understand it, and shift actually the limiting beliefs behind this fear and this lack of love, behind this insecurity. So this is what I'm gonna guide you to do this week on this on my new energy healing treatment that may be already below this video if you watch this video in replay. Okay, so this energy release, emotional release treatment will take you to realize where this need of saving people come from, to understand also your position of the victim that you carry with you since childhood, when you didn't have any other choice than, to conform, to please, to be nice, to be kind, to be this nice girl, this kind girl, to be this need to be perfect, to save, so you will understand that. You will descend into your body. You will feel where this is stuck, where is it stored, and you will also feel the accumulation of tensions that you had to create in order to be in relationships. Okay, and you will feel this release, this let go, right? You will feel this accumulated tension letting go, and you will feel this new room, this new space inside of your body where you can actually welcome your intuition and welcome new possibilities. So yeah, this is my contribution this week, like every week, to help us to get out of our emotional cages. And actually the dramatic triangle and the syndrome of the Saviour is an emotional cage. I'm gonna help you to get out of this of the slavery of the lack of love, and to help you drop those social masks that actually make us feel stuck, make us sick sometime, right? And make us feel trapped in exhausting relationships. This is what I wish for you. This is what I wish for everyone. So this treatment this week, like every week, it's actually a short demo of Theta healing, which is a emotional release by the power of your mind, and somatic practices that are emotional release by the power of your body. So you will combine the intelligence of your mind and the intelligence of your body to get out of, to go beyond the fear, to move from the fear to the pleasure, the fear to be who you are, to the pleasure to be fully who you are, beyond this need to please, beyond this need to be nice girl, to be the perfect girl, to be, done. We're done with that, right? So this is my message from this week. Let's stop hiding. Let's stop lying to ourselves. Let's stop betraying ourselves, rejecting, abandoning ourselves. Okay, and we have more value that we believe, right? We are on this earth for a good reason, and we don't need to minimize ourselves anymore. So we can be happy. Probably this is my ultimate message today. We can be happy. We can free ourselves from our burden that we've been carrying for too long. So, yes, and in the meantime, uh, I invite you also to contact me on a private message or with the email address you can find below this video to talk together. You can ask me for a free call if you want to talk about your emotions and your unsolved trauma, to see together how we can free yourself from that. Okay, this is time for us to free ourselves, to express ourselves freely. This is possible. We are capable, and we are capable for so much more. Thank you for your courage to release the burden of your emotion, not just for you, for all the person around you. Thank you very much, and I wish you a beautiful week.